This is Gus, owned by Ryan Boes, and what I'm going to show you here, Ryan, a way you can incorporate some of your force fetch drills into your Pooch. So it's really important first that you're able to teach your dog to go into the Pooch, you know, just work on that. So I want him to go in on kennel. Now, when I work this, I'm actually got him to the point where I can use my e-collar to reinforce that movement to go in there. Because there's times you might, when you're hunting, he's out running around and you're just trying to get him in quick, you know, because there's some birds coming. So what I'll do is I'll work a little bit heel, call him back out into heel, kennel. And actually in the beginning, if you remember, I'd use my hand and tell him sit. So this is actually the first time I use stay. So I'll just actually show him my hand, stay, heel, good boy, kennel, stay. Because for me, stay means stay on the spot, like you're in a boat, stay in the spot you put him. In the Pooch, I don't care if he sits in there, lays down in there, or stands in there. I just want him to stay. So if you get to where you're working with a lay down blind where he'd be off to your left hand side, when you can stick your hole, you know, out that little flap, you could just show him your hand. So he starts to understand that means just stay in there. So then from here, what I'll do is I'll just work some force fetch drills. So this would be where he's basically staying in a spot, and I would throw one out, and of course he sees it. So Gus, I'll send him on his name. Here, have him come back into heel. Sit. Drop. Kennel. Then I'll re-kennel him. So I'll show you that again. Stay. Throw out just a single one at first. It's not about how many you throw out there. Gus. Release him on his name. Here. Heel. Sit. Here. Heel. You can see he wants there to go in the Pooch, but I want to make sure he doesn't go. Heel. Drop. Kennel. Till I send him. So I want that to be a good place for him to go. So you can see he's almost starting to anticipate I'm going to send him there. Heel. Sit. So what I'll do this time is call him out and just run like a double drill. Gus. Fetch. Here. Atta boy. Heel. Heel. See, he's thinking about the Pooch. Sit. So what I'll do, fetch. He's got to pick it up. Heel. Sit. Hold. Drop. Gus. Now send him right back out there. Well, this next thing I'm going to show you is really important, because what a lot of people tend to do, heel, on their Pooch stuff, sit, heel, sit, drop, kennel, is when they release their dog out of their Pooch, when something's shot, they always want to just send them right out of there. So to get a dog really good, to help him with his steadiness too when I start the gun work, stay, is when I ask him to go, instead of sending him, heel, sit. Gus. I actually call him to my side first before I send him. So he doesn't think here, every time he goes, it's just right out of the Pooch. So he's thinking about heel. He's thinking about me. Sit. Drop. Kennel. Instead of automatically just taking off. So I'll show you that again. Stay. Heel. Gus. So that's just a couple ways, Ryan, to incorporate, you know, while you're doing your force fetch stuff, to incorporate the Haida Pooch, you know, to work out of that Haida Pooch for you. Heel, sit, drop, kennel. So that would be Gus. He's owned by Ryan Boes.